Hey, what's up? So, lack of jobs and unemployment has been a hot topic lately. And another topic that I've kind of been thinking about is retirement, the age of retirement. So, I think in many places, actually, I don't know for sure, but where I am currently, the retirement age is 65. Now, sometimes people might do budgeting. If you're really good with finances, you might budget how much you're going to make until 65 until your retirement, and then you'll figure out how much you have at retirement and how long that's going to last. The problem I have with that number, 65, actually, I don't have a problem with it, but something I've been thinking about that number is I don't know if that's actually the legitimate retirement number, right? Because I started to think, when was the last time I saw somebody that was 64 working? And, maybe I've stumbled across one, maybe two in my entire 10 plus years of working. And that's hundreds of people that I've come into contact with, right? And so maybe it's more realistic to actually imagine the retirement age is actually going to be a lot sooner, because I've also heard from people that are, I don't know, 50, maybe 55 plus, where if they lose the job that they do have, that it's very hard for them to get another job. For example, yes, they might have more experience, and maybe there's certain jobs where that age and experience outweighs somebody a little bit younger with a little bit less experience. But for example, even if you do have an incredible amount of experience, that age is going to catch you at some point. And even if you do have a lot of experience, sometimes people prefer working with people that are more their age. And so if you look at the average age of people working, you can kind of get an idea of what age people are going to like working with, what age of people are going to like working with. And so I think even though the retirement age might be 65, I think it might be more realistic to imagine your retirement age is going to be lower than that. Now, I might not be right, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm starting to shift the way I think about it, and maybe my retirement age actually is more realistically going to be like 55. Obviously, I'd like to retire sooner if I could, but in terms of when I would be forced to exit the work scene, or maybe not even necessarily forced, but when I would start struggling to keep my job, do my job, or find a new job, then I think that number is probably going to be much lower than 65. Something to think about. It's been on my mind lately. Thanks for watching. See you next time.